Raise your hand if you are a Lisa Kleypas lover like me. Oh yeah, I just went to a used bookstore and got quite a few of her books and a book on CD. I am really excited to share with you. These are all books that you don't really see as much anymore. They're at least 20 years old. So I thought I would share what I'm excited to read. Hi, it's B. Welcome to my channel. Mama needs to read some romance because she does. Okay, yeah, as I've mentioned before, I'm a mom of 3 kids, 8, 5, and 2. And although I don't do a lot of physical books, I mostly do audiobooks. I did buy these at the used bookstore yesterday and I couldn't wait to share what I'm really excited to get into. So let's talk about it. I am really excited to read this one. This is actually a rewrite of Only in Your Arms, which was Lisa Kleypas's first book from 1992. I am really excited to read this one. She actually says in here, she writes Dear Reader on the back, and she talks about how her mother didn't even find her very first novel very compelling or memorable, so she actually reworks it in this book. So I'm really looking forward to it. And it just talks about Maximilian Vallerand and his stolen bride Lisette. He's mysterious. Do they fall in love? We'll just have to wait and see. But she says that she really hopes that we fall in love with the Vallerand family all over again. So looking forward to reading this one. Next book is Midnight Angel, published in 1995. I got goosebumps reading the back cover of this. It's about a widower, and he's got some tragedy in his past. Obviously, if he's a widower, he must have really loved his wife, but he takes in a woman named Miss Karen Billingsley, and she is going to be the governess to his child. He doesn't really know anything about her past, and guess what? Neither does she. Apparently, she was condemned for a crime and narrowly escaped the gallows, and so she's sort of on the run, but her memory's really hazy. So it sounds like it's going to be really exciting, and of course, you know that he and she are going to fall in love. So I'm looking forward to that very much. Anyone recognize what this is? Why, it's a book on CD. Remember those? I don't even have a CD player in my van anymore, but I do have a DVD player, so I'm just gonna play it in there. I think I even have a boombox somewhere that I'm gonna dredge up while I'm doing some dishes or something. So this is called Because You're Mine, and it was published in 1995. So it is about, this looks really good, Lady Madeline Matthews, who is supposed to marry some old codger that she's not excited about. She thinks the only way to get away from getting married to this guy is to get herself besmirched with a scoundrel. He's a notorious womanizer, and he is got some skeletons in his own closet, but I have a feeling she kind of helps him with them. So we'll have to see. Does the pretend love affair they have so that she doesn't have to marry that old guy turn out to be something more? I have a feeling it does. Okay, here comes another one. This is from 1998, Stranger in My Arms. I got goosebumps just now, again, reading the back cover. It actually reminds me of that movie with Jodie Foster and Richard Gere, where he's supposed to be her dead husband, and he comes back, but he's like a different man, and they fall in love. I don't remember the title. Does anybody remember that movie? That was probably from around the same time. I think it was the 90s. But anyway, this book looks so darn good. I might have to start it today. It's about Lady Hawksworth. She finds out that her husband is not dead. She thought he was lost at sea. And quite frankly, I don't think she was too sad about it because they had a loveless marriage. So she finds out that her husband's back, and yet he doesn't seem like her husband. He's way better, but he knows things that only her husband would know. So what's the deal? Is he her husband or not? And do they fall in love? We'll just have to find out. Up next, Someone to Watch Over Me. I've actually heard a lot of people talk about this one. It's from 1999, which is the year I graduated from high school. So, yeah, it's still a long time ago, unfortunately. Anyway, this is about a woman who, she is found in the Thames. She was like freezing, does not remember her past at all. Big amnesia book here. And she finds this rake named Grant Morgan, and he is taken with her. He's used to probably more worldly women, but she seems so innocent. He wants to help her figure out her past, and I have a feeling that he does, and I have a feeling that maybe they fall in love, but we'll see. We shall see. So this book is called Where Dreams Begin. It was published in the year 2000, which doesn't feel like all that long ago to me, but it's 2022 now, so golly, this was 22 years ago. This book could drink if it went to a bar. that old. Anyway, it looks like it's a good one. Not as complicated of a plot. You've got a widow who is pretty much, you know, she's got to play by society's rules. I don't think she's going to get remarried because I don't think they did that back then. She discovers love with this scoundrel. And hopefully that means that they can find a happy ending and live more fully than they thought that they could based on society's rules back then. So my final book today, this one was published in 2002. It's part of the Bow Street Runners series, and it's a very different cover because it was just republished last year. She gave it a different ending. So I'm really excited about that, especially if you've read Bow Street Runners. I actually have not read that series yet, but I've definitely wanted to get into it. So I want to read the regular Bow Street Runners, including the original book of Lady Sophia's Lover, and then compare that to this one. I think that'll be really cool. This is about, they call him the Monk of Bow Street. His name is Sir Ross Cannon, and he takes on a woman to be his assistant, and he's a little unsure about it, but they wind up falling in love, surprise, surprise. And though she's got a secret past, and once that becomes unraveled, it seems pretty clear that they're not going to be able to be together. So thing is, he's willing to risk just about anything for her. So we're going to see what happens. But yeah, I'm really excited to see like the different ending and how that goes. Well, that's going to do it for this video. Thanks for joining me. Do you like used books? Do you like old school Lisa Kleypas? Do you like new school Lisa Kleypas? Leave a comment. Let me know if you've got some other cool ideas or thoughts about any of these books. I'd love to know. Hope you're doing well. Have a great rest of your day. Take care. Bye.